6039-9. The use of some type of association such as rhymes or word patterns to assist in remembering information is called A. Association, B. Mnemonics, C. Transfer. The correct answer is B. Mnemonics refer to techniques or strategies used to aid memory and facilitate the process of remembering information. These techniques involve the use of associations, such as rhymes, word patterns, or visual imagery, to make information more memorable and easier to recall. By creating meaningful associations or mental connections between new information and existing knowledge or familiar cues, mnemonics provide a framework or shortcut for retrieving information from memory. Mnemonic devices can take various forms, including acronyms, acrostics, visualization techniques, or the method of loci. For example, using a mnemonic like ROYG, BAV, to remember the colors of the rainbow, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet, or creating a rhyme to remember a sequence of information are common mnemonic strategies. 6039-12. Describe precoding. A. The selective process where the sensory register is set to recognize certain stimuli. B. The initial storage of information in short-term memory. C. The relating of incoming information to or knowledge already in memory. The correct answer is A. Precoding refers to a cognitive process in which the sensory register, which is the initial stage of memory, is selectively tuned or set to recognize specific stimuli or patterns of information. It involves the filtering and focusing of sensory input to attend to relevant information while ignoring irrelevant or less important stimuli. During precoding, the brain selectively processes and filters incoming sensory information based on its relevance or significance. This process helps prioritize and direct attention to the stimuli that are considered important or meaningful at a given moment. By selectively attending to specific stimuli, precoding plays a role in determining what information will be encoded and transferred to the next stage of memory, such as short-term memory. It helps filter out irrelevant information and facilitates the efficient allocation of cognitive resources. 6039-11. Short-term memory, STM, is time-limited and has a capacity limited. A. To usually 7 bits of chunks of information. B. To usually 9 bits or chunks of information. C. By the rate at which chunks are recorded to individual experiences. The correct answer is A. Short-term memory, STM, is a limited capacity memory system that can hold a small amount of information for a short period of time. The capacity of STM is often described as being limited to around 7 chunks of information, although the exact number can vary between individuals. A chunk refers to a meaningful unit of information that can be grouped together. It can be a single item, such as a word or a digit, or a combination of items that are treated as a single unit. For example, a phone number, e.g., 555-1234, can be considered a single chunk of information. The term 7 plus or minus 2 is often used to describe the capacity of STM. This means that most individuals can hold about 7 chunks of information, give or take a couple. Chunking helps to increase the efficiency of STM by organizing information into meaningful groups or chunks. 6038. Which transfer of learning occurs when the performance of a maneuver interferes with the learning of another maneuver? A. Adverse. B. Positive. C. Negative. The correct answer is C. Negative transfer of learning occurs when the prior learning or performance of one task interferes with the learning or performance of a new or similar task. In this case, the performance of a maneuver negatively affects the learning of another maneuver. Negative transfer can occur due to similarities or differences between tasks. If the techniques or strategies used in one maneuver are incompatible or conflicting with those required for another maneuver, negative transfer may occur. This interference can result in difficulties in learning or executing the new maneuver. For example, if a pilot has learned a specific technique for a maneuver and then tries to apply the same technique to a different maneuver that requires a different approach, the prior learning may hinder their performance in the new maneuver. 6040-1. To ensure proper habits and during training, an instructor should A. Use the building block technique of instruction. B. Repeat subject matter the individual has already learned. C. Introduce challenging material to continually motivate the learner. The correct answer is A. To ensure proper habits and effective training, an instructor should employ the building block technique of instruction. This approach involves breaking down complex skills or tasks into smaller, more manageable components. By starting with the fundamentals and gradually building upon them, the instructor helps the learner develop a strong foundation of knowledge and skills. Using the building block technique allows the learner to understand each step and concept before moving on to more advanced topics. It helps in preventing information overload and ensures a solid understanding of the subject matter. By mastering each building block, the learner can gradually progress and develop proper habits and skills.